Intro.
Yes.
Right, here we go.
Let's go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Disco Saloon. This is the first episode of season 2. Woo, baby!
Woo!
We survived more seasons than
18.99 on Netflix.
aye, more
that's
seasons
good.
than that. So, in fact, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it,
Right.
and then we'll see what happens. Right.
Gonna do it anyway.
So we've decided to, if you don't watch and you just listen, what we've done is we've changed all the seats.
Yep, we have.
So maybe you'll catch some drift of like the relationships changing, shit like that.
It's actually just a social experiment at this point. This
Aye,
podcast.
pretty much. Also, as you'll notice, McF's not doing the intro anymore. It's me. We'll probably swap it next season to one of the Reed twins, Cramp twins. So I am Jay Kingfisher Martin. This is Bradley Rock Pippet Reed. That is Aaron over there next to him. That is Aaron Meadowlark Reed. And on the far left side, that is Callum Blue Heron McFadgen.
Yes,
They're all birds if you don't know.
I didn't ken. I thought you were speaking in their language. It wasn't until you said about blue hair and I was like, right, they're birds, I'm a dafty.
What was Bradley again? Bradley Pickett something?
Rock Pippet.
Rock Pippet. That's unreal, man.
Party rock.
So I'll need, but see, the thing is, if I'm going to be doing that off the cuff, it might be quite boost. So I'll need to maybe make a list like you did.
I had a wee tick system going on.
And in season 1, you would always start off with like a kind of, it was like always like a kind of philosophical question, but it might also sometimes be daft. I have decided to start off by asking folk. Callum, I'll start with you. Since you never got asked, you never got asked before, but
Shite myself.
What's happening?
This is the worst of my life.
Callum, when I say the colour purple, what do you think of? Like what kind of stuff?
The film, mainly.
What the
film.
Spielberg and colour?
Mainly. I can't really see the colour purple, so I can't really quote.
I knew he was going to say this. And I'm so glad he did.
I can't really see the colour
I forgot
purple.
you were one of them.
It's kind of a wee bit kind of goose, man. I don't really know what purple is.
That's
McCaff,
correct,
literally Disney sea colour.
Right, but you don't even need to talk about the colour when I say purple.
Purple.
Fiorentina jerseys.
Fiorentina jerseys. Was there a purple Power Ranger at one point? Do you remember, was there no like a 90s one where there was a purple Power
I think
Ranger?
so.
I have no idea. I don't care what the fucking colour the Power Rangers were. Man, I remember there was a black one at one point. That was pretty cool.
There was all sorts.
There was many colours.
Aye.
Colour purple. The film's kind of sad, is it? No, I haven't seen that in a few years.
Not seen it.
I've been meaning to watch it. I've not seen
Saints Row the Third, big purple moments in that.
I got a purple
game.
Aye.
Purple. Do you know you used to get the wee like Oids toys? They were like wee purple guys. Do you remember them? You used to like throw the toys at them. There was wee purple ones. They were like the best ones.
I think I do know what you're talking
That
I can't
about.
what I'm talking about.
Clang.
I made some.
things.
Oh no, that was Oids actually. I'm getting mixed up, man. I'm pretty sure there was a wee purple
Is it
little
the wee
thing.
bean hangs?
It was
Wee
like the
bean
wee
guys?
things you used to throw them. They had
I
like wee
used to try and
faces
hit their
that.
bean hangs.
Aye.
The wee
Do you know
bean
what I'm
guys.
talking about? There was wee purple ones of them.
Ken what were a choke, but sorry to hang you. Beyblades.
Beyblades, man. You used to get Beyblade tournaments at school and all that.
They still come up my TikTok for you
good.
page.
There was,
Beyblade.
there was a guy I saw who like made like a ring of fire and set the Beyblades on fire, and they were like going
fuck
crazy,
yeah.
like proper hell yeah,
Fucking
fucking Beyblade system. And
home and now.
Wait, Kim, I was going to ask, and I'd probably need to do my own research each week for this, but what is the colour purple?
it's red and blue. No,
No, I mean like, you know, like green's envy and stuff like that, like jealousy, and like
I think calmness, probably some sort of calm.
I should know this.
cause lavender and
Lavender.
I
stuff.
studied semiotics and all that. I mean, it's whatever you get.
Great answer.
Great answer. When you don't know, just say you don't know.
Just say semiotics. Whatever the fuck that means. I do know what it means, but it kind of doesn't mean anything. Just apply it whatever you want to whatever you feel.
I think purple's like a
Think
brooding, like something might happen, like a it's not quite red, it's not quite negative, but it's on the cusp.
So it says here, Purple's associated with the wisdom,
Ooh.
dignity, independence, creativity, mystery, and magic.
Magic, definitely.
Magic, aye.
Aye.
Dark magician.
Purple
Wizard,
potions and
wizard
that, man.
sleeve settings.
Wizard sleeves.
Aye.
Aye, purple stuff there, man.
Wisdom, man. I fuck with that.
Wisdom, aye. I can
Barney the
get-
dinosaur.
Barney the dinosaur.
One of the most
Aye,
wise
fuck.
bastards ever.
The goats. One of the goats.
Is he purple?
Aye.
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 I thought he was a kind of pinky kind of colour.
Oh no, is he
He
pink?
is kind of pink. He's deaf.
No, he's definitely.
No, he's like purple
He's a
pink.
purple.
He's
He's a
defo
purple
purple.
dinosaur. Aye, he's a
Aye.
purple.
Barney is a purple dinosaur.
I need to search it the new quickly.
He's
sorry.
defo purple.
Purple dinosaur. We better not start singing that Barney song because
Aye, we'll be going, man.
Aye, he is. Like, he's kind of magenta.
Oh, yeah, he is
See,
kind of
that's
that's,
some
you're going
boy.
to temperature colours that, in my mind, don't actually exist. Like mauve.
Mauve.
Poe for the Teletubbies. No, wait. No, it's Tinky Winky, innit?
Tinky
It's
Winky's
purple.
straight
Poe's the
purple.
red one.
Aye.
Right, Tinky Winky.
W. Hinky.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm
Hey,
thinking.
no judging anybody here, but is that what you think?
That's where I'm going.
Was that deliberate? No?
What?
Tinky Winky, is that what you thinking?
Oh no, the rhyming wasn't, but Ken, I've been known to do a couple of that, known to spit bars. Right,
Natural
so
poet.
your answer is your eyes are fucked and you don't know.
Aye, kind of fuck that one,
But
man.
Ken, like, that's alright, because the colour doesn't need to be what you see, it's what you make it, innit?
Aye, 100%. 100%.
Also, you just
Alright.
thought of that film straight after Rip, so...
I thought you were like, I thought we were going into the film. I thought you were like, you ever seen that? I was like, aye,
Oh, aye, because I said
Good-
the colour purple. Aye,
good
sorry.
movie.
It's a book and all. I think it was like an offer, like when you're in school and shit.
Aye.
Your Tinky Winky and your...
Grapes.
I
maybe.
was,
Grapes.
I was
maybe.
going to say, because usually in like American films and that, it's they get purple.
Aye,
you just
purple
look
actual
mental.
grapes. Or like when you think of like Roman emperors or something sitting on a fucking
Aye.
lounger in the sun
Getting it
with their
fed
hingy feeding grapes.
The Depends.
Welch's
Jolly
grape
Ranchers.
juice.
Welch's.
Whoever's out there watching,
I've never
you point
tried
at them.
it.
Oh,
Is it good?
wow, it is. But
Purple.
it's, I mean, it's essentially non-alcoholic wine, kind of, but it doesn't taste like wine, but it's serious grape.
Is
You
it?
know how cranberry juice leaves your mouth
I
a wee bit
love
dry?
cranberry juice,
Aye.
man.
Aye,
That grape juice kind of does that. If
It's
you like
funky.
cranberry juice, try Welch's.
Was
Aye.
was that purple Arizona iced tea as well?
Aye.
Aye, man, choke for that. You
It's-
try that?
I've tried the
Minted
normal
bubbles.
one, but I've not
Aye,
tried the purple
man.
one.
Choke
Purple
for
kind of rockstar. It's
Oh,
a
the
joke, man.
guava
Aye,
one.
the
Aye,
purple
before they
rockstar,
fucking
man.
before they nuked it and
Aye.
took all the sugar out the bastards.
Before they took
Sugar
it to the
tax.
vets, man.
Shut up, man. Like, shut up. Because that one, it had, I think, 85 gram of sugar, the purple rockstar.
Aye.
And then, no. Oh, shit, was that blue?
No, but I think the purple
Oh, no,
one,
purple
there
is
was
guava.
ones.
I'm thinking of the pomegranate and acai one with the gold cap. Fuck.
Gold cap.
Gold no cap.
No, the gold cap was peak.
Woody's the corner shop used to do the extra 200 milligram or
Aye,
whatever the caffeine and all that.
Knick-knacks, ribbon sauce, are purple.
Ah, good
aye.
one.
I have them quite regularly.
Aye, they're all right. I was going to say purple pimpernel, but it's the scarlet
And
pimpernel,
I
so...
think raisins I associate with it a wee bit because
Oh,
I think
the-
there's like a cereal that's purple.
Oh, fruit and fibre.
Milk chocolate crave.
I was thinking Transformer snack.
Is,
Oh,
is
that's
Rooster
nice.
Sauce Walkers? Are they purple?
Aye, there's purple.
Aye,
Aye.
purple.
What other purple? Highland Spring. Can see that on the table. Purple cap. Rate it.
Folk are going to love this season, man. We're just going to
Purple.
sit here and name everything half of one colour for the first half, and then you're going to get to take it off.
Purple was my favourite colour growing up. It isn't really anymore, but it was at the time. I had a purple Primark hoodie.
Sorry, I was kidding. You were weird.
Oh, I was just such an on the cusp. Do you know what I mean? On the line or whatever.
What? Lie?
You need to go no further with that.
But I had a purple Primark hoodie.
Oh, aye, you wore it to death.
And I wore it to death.
Aye.
And I don't know where it is now.
Gengar's purple for Pokemon, man.
Gengar, aye.
Ghastly and all.
There you go.
Aye,
And what's the big slime one? Is that Gengar? No. There was a slime one, there was Ghastly.
Haunter.
Haunter.
Haunter's there. Oh, and you're thinking of Grimer.
Grimer. Oh, the big
Pokemon
slime.
Riz
Actually,
aftershave.
do
Aye, the first generation, aye. Maybe the second one as well.
I attribute purple to haunted stuff. I don't know
Aye,
why.
no, you're
Aye,
right.
you
Aye.
know.
I think it's
Well,
using the marketing. Maybe
I was
for
thinking maybe like Super Mario, like, What's his name?
Waluigi.
Waluigi. He wears purple, doesn't he? Vince, he's got a pure purple guy. That's his aesthetic. Is all purple.
Dirty Sprite, the drink.
Oh, yeah.
Some
Oh,
folks'
yeah.
choice is purple.
I tried
Put
to
some
make
Jolly
that.
Ranchers in that.
I
man.
tried to make that one time in here with Night Nurse, Jolly Ranchers, and a bottle of Sprite.
And you accidentally made napalm.
I made fucking a shit night is what I made. It was piss. It didn't work. Obviously, you need some of that high quality cough syrup that they're serving in America, man.
Aye, man,
You know,
that,
it's
that place is
diluted.
cracked, man.
Aye.
No, wait, that's pink. I don't know. Fiorentina's a good one, but because
but
there's
that's
no many of them.
Spurs had a purple one.
I'll be real, man. I thought Fiorentina played in blue this entire time.
Did you?
Those kits and that. The Nintendo one.
Oh, they're absolutely the most purple
that's
that ever
wild.
purple.
See,
Wild.
like, Kim, you are to me. This is going to sound incredibly bad and might ruin our friendship, but I'm
Oh,
willing to
God.
put it out there on the line just to like.
But
That's
it's season
that a
2,
great start
episode
to
1.
season
Come on.
Sometimes we, I'm like, I have no idea if he's kidding or not. Like, because your face is like.
Who's gonna know?
Although, I mean, I guess how else would you know? But
That's so interesting, but that you would have like perceived it as blue because it is. It's one of the most like. What's his fucking name? Jovetic and the cat fucking like just in that purple setting, man.
He used to have a 5-star
Ribery.
FIFA kid, I think.
So every day was have been blue.
Get these lads.
Aye.
It's just the top. No,
Aye.
thought it was blue.
is it a
Fucking right.
different blue to the Kelly one? But
It's different shade. Actually, aye.
I suppose that's where it would be hard
Do you know what
trying
I
to get
think?
the
Do you know what I
shades.
think throws me off? See, because it had that red stripe through it. I think that's what kind of throws me off a wee bit with it.
Because the colour differentiates
Aye.
between the two.
I think sometimes I see it and it's like, aye, that's like obviously purple because it's no
Aye.
blue. I can see it's no blue. So I'm like, I'm actually, see half the time I'm guessing. I'll be honest with you, I'm guessing.
So
what I
mad.
got meant to say is you're very stoic in your answers, and I can never tell if you lied to me or you told me the truth. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to take that as gospel and just know
Take
you
it as is.
Pure fantastic bullshit, man. No, but genuinely, man, I'm just kind of guessing colours most of the time, man. See these curtains? No idea.
See, in fairness, I don't know if I could tell you what fucking colour they are.
See that?
Grey.
Okay. See that? No idea.
the taze.
No idea.
Like
To be
a
fair, that kind of
pinky red.
The taser.
already,
See that rug? No idea.
Well, my taze are actually green, but
See,
gangrene taste,
Hulk settings.
Hulk settings, aye.
Shrek settings, the grin settings.
What I was going to say is, but if this is the first episode that you're tuning into, we promise we don't sit here and just list off things and list for
Aye.
No.
But
That's
we
a
kind
thing that's that colour and that's a thing that's that.
We've not
that
done it in
colour.
a wee hot minute, so it's it's been 10 days for we spat bars.
and we've all boozed in between that. And so we're
Aye.
lying here like 4 bags of shit,
Aye.
I'm
4
sitting like
bags of washing,
43% field now.
4 lettuce
Aye.
that have been volleyed about a field, man. Here, Kim, what I seen the
4
other day there.
turnips.
I couldn't put it up on Facebook. They went to Tesco and bought a bag of carrots. Kim, they got in it. They got their carrots, but they also got this orange thing, right? That was that looked. You could have mistaken it for a carrot if you were out picking the carrots in a field, right? So in this Facebook page called Dull Men's Club, if you know, you know.
I know Dull Men's Club.
Dull Men's
yeah,
Club's
yeah.
unreal.
You have to
Anyway,
get suicides and all that.
so it's just folk either suicide it in, but basically folk put things up that are exceptionally unreal, but they just call it dull. But these things are mental. So they find this orange thing. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" Cunts in the comments managed to find this thing. It's like it's a very specific clip for a very specific part of a railway, and some cunt knew what it was. Some cunt in the world knew what that was, and he's like, "Aye, that's an ER4AG clip for a fucking hingy," and he showed them photos of it, and we're like, "What?" It's orange button looks like a carrot.
unreal.
Some cunts like, "You need to go back to Tesco and go, you trying to kill me, you fuckers."
Imagine
That's
you had
unreal.
that in your fucking suit.
Are you fun anything in food before that wasn't meant to be there?
Sometimes spiders come in with the bananas at work.
really?
Aye,
I've heard
that's-
that. I've heard that.
Other than that, I've just had like wee rando bits that are like.
Somebody
fucked.
actually stood on one in my work, like a spider jumped at somebody jumped on it, and we're like, "What are you doing?" I mean, that could have been like the world's most rarest fucking spider, and you've just
the
went
last one.
1 second, and you've just went boom. I was like, fair enough, but you don't want a bit for that, because then you'll be out here like,
Aye, because who knows, man?
aye, who knows?
Get a
You'll be like,
Parker.
aye.
They could be nesting up.
Aye, like you get bit with a spider, and then next thing you're like, "What about my uncle? Did you give him a chance?
Give him a chance, did you? Uncle Ben.
I've not found anything like insane, but I did get like a big massive bit of metal in my McDonald's once. And it did kind of like slice my lip a wee bit, and I was like, I've got a claim here. I never did anything about it.
Oh, you should have claimed it.
Well, we've already spoken about that day.
The disco.
That disco thing. but
The disco was.
cereals. Oh fuck, man! Sorry, I've got a cough. Cereals quite bad for stuff like that.
Like just rando wee
You
things.
just find like a pure like you'll be put your Rice Krispies in the bowl and they'll be the blackest one of all time.
Bump that crisp.
I suppose, but that's kind of meant to be in there. That's not like something. I don't think I've ever found anything, which thank God. I mean, know that the stuff I'm eating, like if I probably seen the ingredients, I'd probably be like, why am I putting that in me? Like, finding a bit of metal in my food's probably the least of my worries with what I put in it. But I don't know. Yeah, you would see folk that find like what was that one? I'm not going to name the place in case it come after my ass. But
was it like a brain or something?
a chicken's head.
Chicken brain.
I mean, I've already basically gave away where it was, but getting with food.
See that like fucking freaks me out, man. That really
Then again, but technically that's meant to be there.
Was it in like KFC or something? Is that what it was?
It was an actual chicken's head.
Oh,
fried.
right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Have you seen the photo, man?
I saw I do remember the photo. Aye.
That's why.
But saw the videos on how they make the gravy and all that. Like it's no hanging. But
Come on, I do with him. I look at it and go, I don't want to know.
I don't care if there's a
It's like doner meat, man.
100 guys out and
Aye.
like just like
love it, I know.
squatting into a bucket and they just put some spice in it and that's what the gravy. I don't need to can.
What
Do you know
would
what
be
I mean?
interesting
I'll
is
still eat it.
see if
It's
they
still
showed
tasty.
you these things
Give
when
me
you
chicken
were
meat if it
younger
tastes good.
and
Aye.
educated you a bit more. I wonder if a lot of folk would grow up and be like, do you know what, I'm going to be more careful with the stuff I eat. But
It's
see, when you're
kinda-
younger, especially
care.
working class,
Don't care.
No.
nobody's talking to you about
Eat
it.
what's
Do you
on the
remember-
fucking plate, man.
Do you remember when Jamie Oliver did that with chicken nuggets to all the Waynes?
Oh, aye.
Shows them and he chops up all the fat and the bone and shit, and then he like grinds it all up and it's pure rotten.
Is that
And
like,
he's
who's
like,
what?
right, who still wants to eat
Do you
this?
know
And they're all
what?
like, I'm.
Ken
And he's like,
last season I was on here talking about him stealing my
Yeah,
livelihood.
fuck
Yeah.
Jamie Oliver.
Actually, his TED Talk, which is often cited in the best TED Talks of all time, I watched it again recently after watching it a couple of months ago and it had even made in it. That is the craziest TED Talk. My
Is it?
favourite. It's so good, man. Like, I've no came away from it thinking I need to wisen up and go to the gym more because I've knew that my full life and I need to eat better than that. But I'm telling you, man, he makes a severe case for getting folk seriously shaped. Like, because honestly, he gets constantly fucking wheelbarrows of sugar and all that to come out. And he's like, see this that you're feeding your wains and they just drop it on the stage. He's like, that's what you're doing to them and this is what it will do to their body. It's an unreal TED Talk. It's so good. He's like, usually I see him and he's like a bit of a kind of, I don't know. He seems a wee bit goofy and I don't really... Honestly, man, he turns into crazy mode.
I
on
wonder
that.
if he's like the personality that he puts on when he was in public is more so because at a point he was meant to be appealing towards younger folk. Like that was kind of
Aye.
Perry's niche. Whereas maybe with a TED Talk, it's like, no, right, I'm talking to fucking adults. This is what I actually think. Like
He's
this
almost
is.
got that like Blue Peter persona, I think.
Aye, that's exactly the energy that I've
the
got.
reason that like I'd associate negativity with him is because
Turkey Twizzlers.
because when I was away and he stole the sugar from my plate, like that's it. It's such a kid's excuse, but do you know what I mean? I'm a grown ass 26-year-old man. Like
He also
he
pulls
probably
out
was
the-
trying to help the fat wins of the UK. Do you know what I mean?
He
Like,
seriously pulls out the morbid stuff as well.
Does
Because he's
he?
got videos and stories about families for the US, and he's like, if you don't want your kids to turn out like this, then wisen up, man. You're just like, fuck, man.
I'll need to watch that one. That
Aye,
sounds good.
so good. The TED Talks are incredible.
That's like a recommendation before
do like a
the
TED talk
Aye.
before the
Fucking
Rex.
I've
aye.
got recommendations
TED Talks
coming out
are
my
class,
ass.
man.
coming
Oh,
out
good.
your fucking hoop.
Has anyone got a favourite TED Talk of that?
Oh, who's the one?
Well, that one blew my mind. I liked that one.
That was
My
a good
my
one.
favourite one was the black guy who became best pals with the head of the KKK. You ever seen
Aye.
that one?
No,
I don't
That's
think
peak.
so.
actually.
That speak and it birthed the greatest photo of all time. Where it's him. He's got like he looks kind of like he kind of looks like. Do you know who Kerry Chandler is? The DJ.
No.
You'll maybe know his face, but he kind of looks like him. He's got like a big mad mullet. This is like the 80s, and he's got like a like Eddie Murphy leather jacket on, and he's standing next to the fucking guy for the KKK with a burning cross behind him. It's a fucking amazing, man.
What?
But like, all he did, he was just talking about how he just reached out to him, and, like spoke to him, and then he eventually just like started to respect him, and they met up like every Monday, and then he decided to not be racist one day. It's fucking wild.
I was going to say,
So good.
I don't know this guy's name, which is name me after a good start, but what his shtick was a lot of things about kind of in Portugal, they like decriminalise drugs and stuff. He's got like a really baby face, he's a really posh English guy. He spoke about Rattopia, is that what it's called?
Rattopia.
I'll need to see if I can find this one. He's basically into all this like drugs and that, and there's like they made like a Rattopia, so they done all these experiments on rats, but I'm now kind of forgetting what
Some of the experiments are mental.
Aye, so
by
is
the way.
it the stuff about like
the
addiction
dopamine
and all that?
Aye. So this one's on like addiction, and they done this experiment on rats, and it was honestly like, see when the ones that they microdosed, see the ones they got addicted to something compared to the ones that they didn't.
Aye.
It is absolutely insane, and he's like, this is just like what we do. He's like, aye.
We are rats.
Was it no? There was like a they had one like bit of water, so like rats feed after wee ball things with the water on it. They had one with like a bit of sugar or something in it, or something like addictive, and then they had normal water.
I think it was actually cocaine. I'm not even been funny.
It was something like that, and they gave a wee bit to one of them, and then they gave a wee bit to another one, and another one, and then they put like the normal water in, and then it eventually got to the point that we all got to their water, and then I think like two of the rats killed their rat to try and get more of the water, and then there was just one rat left.
Rats? Drugs are bad, kids.
Aye.
Drugs are bad.
There's so many things with rats, but
and you know,
Swedge is a good, but they're bad.
Adam Driver. Did Adam Driver know the TED Talk?
oh, he did. I talked about come back for the army and
That's
how important the
pretty
arts are and stuff like that.
I just remember going through a spell of when I was in my fucking I've got ADHD and it's the only thing that matters to me phase, and I watched all the ADHD TED Talks. They are interesting, but like it's much the same stuff.
The one thing that's wrong about TED Talks is what I struggle a lot with in my life, and same with YouTube videos and that, is like I wish I could retain a lot of the info.
There's a lot, man.
And like that's why sometimes I regret watching stuff and being just like, if I just paid more attention to that, I'd be so much smarter than I actually am.
I think half that battle but is more like we remember what like actual sparks the proper curiosity, because in the moment you can be like, this is so cool, and then forget. I could recite that fucking video about my fucking guy, what was it, John fucking, oh no, I can't.
DJ Pete Cobbler.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a wrap on that theme.
What was his name?
DJ Pete Cobbler guy, no?
No, the last, no last video, but the one before it, the last podcast. Fucking Chris
Moneymaker.
Chris Moneymaker.
Oh, right, okay.
I could probably recite a good chunk of that, except his fucking name.
Aye. Could recite the ideas that you retain.
I've been watching poker championships since that.
I'd choke.
It's always live on YouTube, man. I just stick it on, man.
Poker videos are class.
So
See, like
good,
best highlights of the championships. No, man, wow.
Best plays and all that.
Best plays 2023.
I'm on that Triton fucking million poker, man. I'm fucking unreal. Holly came into the room the other night there and was like, what the fuck are you watching? I was like, the poker.
The poker. It's the darts.
You can.
Aye, but I think memory retention's ought to do with like how much it like sits in your brain rather than like how important that information might be. Because see, realistically, like, see at school, you spent 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, and how much do you actually remember? You remember you remember the core principles, you remember how to write, but you don't remember the specifics about how you got there.
I just wish I was a wee bit more
like
absorbed with my knowledge rather than just like,
so you could hold it.
You do absorb it more than you think, but like,
that's probably true, and it probably changes how you think about stuff without having the actual information.
Also, if you actually sorted yourself out and maybe made yourself peak health, you would probably especially your brain.
I could do like brain games and all that.
Blueberries and like cod liver oil and fish and that. If you do them for like a year, you start to actually
your cognitive ability improves. Mine just Terrible.
I think a big thing with memories is attaching something to it as well. I read a
Aye.
book on how to like become fluent in any language in 3 months, and
Well-
it's not really possible unless you like move there. But
No.
a big thing in one of the chapters was like attaching something that's like familiar to you, so you don't forget specific things, and then that will lead to these different things. You know what I mean?
Well, you, my ma, and my missus all give me jip about having a good brain memory, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, no,
compared to
aye.
him.
No, you've got the best memory.
Aye.
It's for defo.
Aye.
I'm
Our-
like,
our, like group / MD. I really know. I think the receipts. No,
Aye, receipts is a good.
Brun's also got a mad brain
He has
for
He
it.
does have receipts.
aye.
aye.
Aye, one of our air pals, shout out Brun. I don't know if he watches it or not, but I mean, either way, shout him out because he's got a fucking brain, and I don't know how.
Ken, how you find out if he does listen to it? We'll not tell him we've said this. I'll say he smells, and then if he replies to me saying he smells, he doesn't actually smell, but I'll say that, and if he replies, no, Ken. Leave my breadcrumb, bread trail.
Aye, see if he hangies. That's one way to weed out the scent. Fucking nah, but I fucking you've got a good brain for it.
Good
100%.
brain, good head.
Good head.
Right, okay, right. Moving swiftly on.
Really nice eyes too.
Anyway.
And you're enough.
He fucking
You
hates
try to give me
compliments.
Goodwill Hunting up,
He
man.
fucking hates
wasn't your
compliments.
Try to hunt some goodwill.
What's he? Oh, he's Goodwill Hunting. Don't Goodwill Hunt
It
me up
wasn't
near,
your
man.
fault, Will.
It's not that I hate compliments, they just don't exist. Like, I don't know. Were you
Timing?
aye.
I've got 4 minutes left.
I tried to be subtle with
Do you know what
that.
I'll do for the last 2 minutes? I'll talk very briefly about something I came across the other day, which is see Robin Williams when he was obviously mad comedy star and all that. Pure loved the ching and all that. Like that's like he was mad for it. I came across some information. It was in video form. I'm not going to say where it was for because I don't want to be pigeonholing myself as a YouTube fucking guy, right?
I watched it on video.
I watched it on fucking Freevee.
Daily Motion.
But no, I was watching a video about the film 1 Hour Photo when he plays
man.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
So
stalker.
good. Aye, work
I
on
watched
good,
that
by
this
the way.
year. I don't know.
What's at the photo place? I watched that a couple of years ago, and I just like I had almost forgot about it, and I came across it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
So peak,
Because like the
man.
cunt was talking about it in the psychology, and he was also saying that in back to back he done, I think it was Insomnia, then 1 Hour Photo. So he was obviously like trying to make a concerted effort to be like, no, I'm an actual actor. Like fuck it, like I can make folk laugh, but I can also act, and he is peak in
He's
it.
so
man.
good,
good,
aye.
man.
Aye, it just reminded me, and I was like, do you know what? Like, let me fucking bring that up. Shout out fucking Robin Williams, one of the goats of the game.
He done what's that? The one with De Niro, and De Niro plays the like disabled guy in the mental hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It starts when he
Awakenings.
Awakenings, and he is peak. He plays
went
a
in your mind
psychiatrist,
palace
man. It's like what?
I even rubbed my head there.
He's like, oh,
Give me that good
and
juice.
I've got a shite memory.
I'm on man Professor X and on that say.
You're like Sherlock going in the main palace,
Aye.
man.
I was
You're
watching.
in the different rooms, man.
I was watching a video about Sherlock today. That's how I had Mind Palace fresh, man.
That
Aye.
Sherlock's so good,
I
man.
love it,
Benny
man.
Cumberbatch is
Aye.
fucked, man.
Loads of guns do hate it because he's fucking like too clever, but I mean I fucking choke for it. The tunes, the way it's
Come
filmed, Benedict
on.
Cumberbatch.
Aye,
is good.
Andrew
it's
Scott's so
Kevin's
good.
about it. I know he is a fucking dick in it, but it makes
Aye,
it so
but that's
good.
like
Aye.
he's real. It feels like you're seeing this guy that just like that's like his burden. That is he just is smarter than
The
everything else. do you
cunt
know
was
what I mean?
highlighting some of the transitions, and there's one where he's above a car, and then like there's been a crime there, and he ducks down, and then as he locks into the car when he ducks down, it switches into a different scene, like how he's perceiving what happened before, and it's so smooth, so fucking smooth. And then they were playing the tunes throughout the video, and I was just like, am I rewatching Sherlock? Maybe.
It's such an easy watch, you know. And I think there's only like 9 episodes or something. They're like
They're
1.5.
all, they're all like
12.
feature length films and all essentially.
Aye.
3
Wait,
episodes
hold
a
on a
season.
minute.
So
Wait,
good.
so what you're telling me is in a couple of episodes' time we've got more episodes in Sherlock?
Literally, in 2 more episodes, we will
Holy
have
man.
cracked. We are on one, brothers. We are on one.
So we'll wrap that one up.
You want me to wrap that up?
Wrap it
Wrap
up,
that up.
baby. It's your
Like a
first
Christmas
wrap up.
present, baby.
It's my first rap. What do you do?
You just say, we'll get these.
Bye.
You just say, right.
I'll see you in 2 seconds.
We'll see you in 2 seconds. So that's us done with part 1 of
No.
episode 1 of season 2 Disco Saloon. We'll wrap it here and we'll be back with a revamped recommendation segment. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Tease it.
Revamp our weekend, man.
Choke,
Right,
Make sure and
be
put
back-
both hands on your soaks because they're about to be blown off.
We're back soon.
Back soon.
Who the fuck cares?
Right.
I'm just a skin deep. Right. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 1 of season 2. Disco Saloon. Fuck, that's a mouthful now, man, that we're on
Aye.
season 2.
It's getting hairy.
Because you can't just say episode, I'm going into season 2.
S2E1.
S2E1. Welcome back to part 2, P2ETC3. Right, anyway. You came in it as anyway.
Is
if
he
you're listening to
speaking
it or
in
watching it.
code? Right.
Right, so if you listened, watched, enjoyed last season's offerings of, so mine's was Serial, Bradley's was Quote, Aaron's was YouTube video, and Callum's was Album of the Week.
Yep.
This time what we're going to do is, because we're all weirdos and we all just go through these weird phases of, it's not a phase, mom.
Not a phase, mom.
What we're going to do is it's just going to be Choke of the Week, in which we bring something that for the last time we were...
Cheeho.
Bloody choke! Like that. That's
a-
choke of the week.
So, Jay, I don't know if you want to explain the lingo of choke,
Aye,
because I don't think
Just briefly.
I don't think that's like a.
I would just say
Universal thing.
that it is, you enjoy something that much that it almost chokes you and you can't talk about it, and it squeezes you and it like you're that like
You're choking
about
for
it.
something.
Right, you choke for
I think
something.
a lot of folk know what choking is.
Aye,
Like
you're
they're
like
choking for a
fag,
booze.
choking for a booze.
Aye.
Aye, but if there's anybody out there from
Choking for a night
Venezuela,
out. Aye.
hey, episode 1, season 1, who remembers that guy? He's still watching,
Mr. V.
And so basically, like each week, like I honestly, like I'm a fucking weirdo, and so week to week I'll just be like pure obsessed with something, and then see like 2 weeks later, you would ask me about it and be like, I didn't care what that is, man.
I heard it.
We picked that up. I'll be getting it bold letters in the edit. Bold, baby. Right. Anyway, so I get to do who picks who starts. What we doing with that?
Well, we kind of we all started doing who lets who pick.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the skunk out?
Aye.
Never
Just-
walk your skunk in a
Just
public
you,
park.
you can just like pick somebody and just
Aye.
see where
Pet
we
skunk?
fly with it.
Right.
Skunky.
I'll close my eyes and pick somebody. Who do you want me to pick, chat? Like,
Pick a guy in the couch chat.
do you know what? See, since I'm looking at you, I'll just go for. I know I picked you for purple, but fuck it, you just
That's
do it.
fine.
You
Pick
just,
a guy.
Right, so last night I watched the classic Big Lebowski,
Nice.
incredible film.
Nice.
And I choked for that heavy, but that's not why I'm choking now.
Ooh.
I'm choking now for one specific scene. So my favourite shit in movies is when it's like a weird movie, right? And the scene is so like it would be mundane. It's just a regular activity, but they make it weird as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
or cinematic as
Or
fuck.
cinematic, and this one's got both. Like it's just weird as fuck. So it's the scene where so if you've not seen it, watch it. You should be fucking watching the Big Lebowski.
Aye,
It's the
sure.
Big
Like, came out in like
Lebowski.
98 or something.
It's fucking it's the Big Lebowski. It's the
Should have
dude,
seen
man. He's the dude, you know. But it's about
You've not seen it?
No, I have seen it.
Alright, yeah.
Aye.
But it's like, so it's essentially mainly just bowling scenes, which I fuck with heavy. And they've got like this guy who comes up and he's got the hairnet, man.
I was hoping you were going to say
You don't-
John Turturro.
you don't see his face. All you see is he puts his hand over a cross where the bowling ball comes out at the end of the lane, and you see he's got one fingernail painted like could be purple. Is it purple?
It is purple, mate. It's purple. And do you know what? His jumpsuit is purple as well.
That's his vibe, man.
I don't know how you've done that, but continue.
Aye.
And you see the hand. One hand comes over. There's not even a bowling ball there
It
yet.
could be purple. You're fucking joking. You get it's fucking purple. It could be purple.
And he's got all these mad rings, like all these huge, like fucking diamond like rings, man. Big what are they called? Signet signet rings.
Aye.
And he's got the one painted like
Baby swan.
long.
Sorry.
It looks amazing, man. And then he's got the other one that's got like this little like he's got like a wee gauntlet on his hand. Not to take it back.
Aye, take it back. S1.
And he does like
Wait,
a
wait,
weird
what's we taking back to this one?
Gauntlet sentence.
gauntlet sentence,
Oh,
because he's got
gauntlet
the gauntlet
sentence.
on his like his left hand, I think, or his
Aye.
right hand, whatever. And then he's just floating above the ball. He picks the ball up, and then you finally see his face, and he's doing like the wee kind of grind whilst he's like waiting to throw the ball. Then he licks the ball. He licks the ball. He gets his tongue out, and he just
If
fucking
somebody
starts
just
licking up and
clips
down.
that, please clip that, just that bit. And be like, what is he talking about? Does that wee grinding thing and then he licks the ball?
He licks
I've
the
came
ball.
to the wrong place.
And then he just fucking does this incredible strike. Does even put his fingers in the holes, man. Just
does
fucking
it.
chucks it down the
Again, like
lane,
honestly,
man.
just clip that up and we'll know of a clue what's going on. He came here for Disco Saloon, what's this?
hits a fucking strike, and then he turns around and he starts dancing, and then he's like pointing at his wee pal. And his pal's pointing, he's like, yeah, you're it, you're fucking him.
That is an incredible
does the,
scene,
does
man.
the
It's-
dance, puts his like left leg up behind his like right arm, man. He's like fucking touching it and shit, man.
The other thing that's good is the song at that bit as well.
Aye, that's fucking peak. Actually, who's the song by again?
It's no
man?
Mamas and Papas,
Aye.
Fairs in a Hotel California.
Aye, that is it, man. And then when he's walking back and he sees like John Goodman and he sees fucking Steve Buscemi and Jeff Bridges and all that, and he just
Aye.
gives him a wee kiss. He goes like that.
That's
So
great.
Choke, man.
He's like
Peak
one of the
joke.
best characters ever. They did make a
He's
spin
good,
off
man.
of him that I have never seen. And I don't want to see.
I know.
but
Also, the fact he's called Jesus, it like goes down
Aye.
his like name is
Aye.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
nobody fucks with the Jesus man. Nobody.
But that's so funny. It's just him throwing a bowling shot, but they made it so fucking real.
Aye.
Like you didn't need to go that hard for this one
Aye, and
scene,
it's like
man.
cinematic and all that because you like see his horn. Shit like
Aye.
that.
Even
Aye.
like the ball going like down the lane is like wow, that's fucking amazing, man. They do that. Like the Coen brothers are so good at that, man. Like see old brother Way Art Thou and fucking even like you've seen A Simple Man, the other Coen brothers
Aye.
one.
No, seen it.
Every
No, seen it.
oh man, every like time they just introduce like a cool character, it's wild, man. No Country for Old Men, big fucking Javier.
Aye.
What's his name's no Anton Chigurh. It's no that, or it is that.
Aye.
Aye, it's his name, isn't it?
Oh, so have I finally got over it? Aye, because I would call him Che Guevara for ages. So I finally readied that with my brain. That's too funny.
But
That's peak, man. I know.
But aye, that's my choke for the week. The Coen brothers just like cooked too hard with just the whole Lebowski, man. Because there's so many good weird scenes in that, but that's just my favourite.
That's the one.
And Purple, which
And it's
fits
Purple,
in
which-
perfectly.
Fucking brilliant.
Have you saw Barton Fink with
Oh,
John Turturro,
aye.
John Goodman, Coen, but what? That's good, man.
The
That's
best.
real good, man.
So I was watching a video essay about Coen brothers, and they were saying that all the movies are about like getting told for authority for across a desk, pretty much being told you can't fucking do whatever you want to do. Like so in like Big Lebowski, it's like the rich Jeff Lebowski is like telling like the dude, you can't fucking take the rug. Nah, what's fucking rug got to do with me? All that kind
Aye.
of shit.
Just a rug.
And if you watch like all the Coen brothers, it's all
There
got,
is, aye, there is.
it's
kinda
always
something,
got a scene where there's a desk and there's a guy saying, nah, fuck you can't do that.
Aye.
And then they
Aye.
do it anyway. So this will be like continuation thing.
Easter egg.
Aye.
That joke.
There's a black
There you
and
go.
white one I watched with Billy Bob Thornton. It's Coen Brothers. He's a barber in it. And
That
it's got, like, it's a
sounds
murder mystery
crack,
thing. It's black and
man.
white, man. It's unreal.
Billy Bob, man.
I think
Well,
it's
like
called The
a
Man
old
Who-
one.
Aye, 90s. No, 2000 I think it came out. It's called like, oh fuck, I don't even know. It's like The Man Who Wasn't There or The Man Who Never Was. Or it's like the man.
I know.
Aye. Anyway,
Aye, so that's my choke of the week.
you gotta get me monologuing, boy. You better stop right there.
Coen brothers are the boys, man. Love
Aye,
them.
they're good, man.
Love those
Do you-
guys.
Do you pick
Aye. You pick.
Aye, I'll go for
Aye.
because I've got my new compadre next to me. I'll go for Bean.
Hello, hello.
Bean sprout.
Yes. So, my joke of the week this week is something I stumbled across. Maybe actually I did stumble across it last week, but I've been thinking about it this week.
on the back of a cereal box?
Stumbled across it, and I said to the boys earlier about this topic because I was wanting to briefly discuss it because it's kind of fucking wild, and I've been choking for a wee bit the idea of the thing. So what I want to talk about is trolling, right? Trolling, so like internet trolls. What you got to say?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, you ready?
This is now my joke of the week.
What's good is he doesn't ever want to be divisive on the internet. I think he's maybe about to do it, so let's see what this one plays out. This could be a bold play, Cotton.
See if it works out from can.
Like Joe Rogan and their guy that does the UFC, man.
Aye.
We're gonna be like, oh! He's gonna knock it out, man.
So anyway, fucking trolling. Right, so basically it's came to my attention, dear listener, dear viewer, that we're all constantly being trolled all the fucking time, everywhere, by everybody, so that they get, like, the folk that are doing the trolling get attention, right? So I'll state it plainly, right? When you're talking your big macho fucking masculine alpha male influencer types, they're doing that to enrage you, to get you fucking bailing, so that you comment or make a response video and they can reel you the fuck in, right? No, that one,
Big bass splash.
aye, like straight up spins, right? Like that one. I think now we're all pretty much fucking aware that in that context we're getting rage baited, right? Like we're getting hangy.
Aye.
They get popular for that, they get the clout, and then we all talk about it. Did you hear what that cunt fucking said? Right, but here's maybe a slightly, it's a different one. If anybody that's watching this has ever seen the podcast clips where it's the guys and then 10 OnlyFans birds all sitting around a fucking table.
Whatever or something, man.
Aye, there's a couple of them, right, and they all just sit there and they say the most controversial fucking out of pocket shit. But that's so that the clips go viral and then you go and pay for their OnlyFans. That's why they'll also subject themselves to these situations, because some of the guys that interview them or sit with them are the worst and all. Like, just depending on the situation. You're just being baited into fucking buying their OnlyFans. Or if you're birds and you're like, did you hear what she fucking said in this one and that one? And fucking you're sending your pal TikToks and they're sending it to their pals. You're giving them what you want, what they want. You're biting. That's what you're doing. And then the final one that I'm going to touch on, which is big corporations, massive corporations, making choices in their marketing and their casting. They're doing it to enrage you. So, again, the example, The Little Mermaid, they cast somebody that was black as The Little Mermaid, and you don't think Disney ken that every cunt in their fucking dug's gonna go after dish about that. Of course Disney know that. They've probably got a team of 100 cunts fucking sniffing lines going, what are we doing next? like they ken what they're doing. They know the rage that's going to happen, and that'll happen with like folk advertising certain things or stuff that's like really annoying that you see all the time, because then it sticks in your fucking head. Like and then you're going, did you see that annoying thing? We're literally just all been fucking prodded with a stick for a reaction. So the solution to trolling is not to engage. Don't talk about it. Here I am talking about it. Enraged. Engaging. It fucking works, and I fucking hate myself. So anyway, that's my joke of the week. And
there's a lot to unpack here.
It's too deep, man.
It's probably not even one that like, like, do you know what it is? I think I just spent a lot of time kind of being mildly annoyed at things, thinking like, oh, I don't care. But then see, once it's been pointed out to me and I've kind of learned that like, I do care a wee bit more than I thought. Like, I've got opinions on stuff that I know nothing about, and that I didn't really understand what was happening under the hood. I was just like, why would somebody say that? Like, why would they do this? Why would they do that? Like, the misogynist shit, no, I get that's just to fucking drum up attention, to appeal to Wayne's, like, wee boys, wee fucking edgelords sitting in the room wanking 10 for the day. Like, I get that, but, like, I didn't realise that maybe, like, big companies would also be clued in on that, which, of course, they fucking are.
Well, that's the issue with the internet, is because my disagreement with that video is I still do think, but you need to get annoyed about stuff if you ever want the world to change. But what the internet has done is now everything exists online, and so what we care about isn't the stuff we should really care about.
You're probably
we all care about stuff that doesn't actually fucking matter. And then when politicians and corporations, who are the real bad guys, fuck us, we're just like, oh no, we don't care about that. We care about Andrew Tate. Like, why?
We care
You're
about
actually getting fucked your whole life, and all you're caring about is some random fucking like whiteboard 320 Oyster card symbol before it. It said that you looked ugly in a photo, or it said some racist shit, and you've just went,
Aye, because
and
that's
it's
the,
like,
the
chill
biggest
out,
thing.
man. You need to zoom out.
Zoom out. We're on a
planet right now.
Aye.
no.
But it's weird. That video was mental, but like
I
that
know.
the stuff about like
I didn't watch it.
You should
I
do it.
was watching.
should man. It's gonna peak, man.
It's just it just tickled my brain in the weirdest way, because I was just like, do you know, that's fucking like wild. How have I went this long without attributing the idea of trolling to like to a lot more on the internet, no just the obvious stuff. Like, see, like the cunts that post and they'll put up the picture, it's normally on like Threads and that, and it's like, I'm 45 but I look 20 and the cunt looks 60. Like, and I would just go, what a fucking stupid idiot. Like a fucking caveman.
Or there's like a lot of folk that we like Fitbit, like that Rory Jennings and that.
That's
It's literally it's purposeful controversy.
Rage.
It probably has been happening longer than the internet. It's just new the internet's fully like.
That's what I said about, like, I don't know if you'd saw in the chat, but I said about like newspapers, obviously with their fucking headline sensationalism and all that. Like, that obviously existed
for years.
They would have like misreporting and fucking all the scandals that fucking happen with journalists and all that. Like, there is stuff like that.
The moral I could take for it, and I like this one, and I think a lot of folk could take for it, is just don't base your full life off the internet. Don't base everything you know.
Touch grass.
Because see if everything you get annoyed about and everything you love is all just on the internet, then it's not going to work for you, man. Like, it ain't going to work.
If that's where like your base of being a person exists, that's no good for you. No. It's not, because pretty much more than half of the shit online now isn't even real. It's like it's a smokescreen to sell you something, pretty much. Like, it doesn't matter where you go, what fucking forum you're trawling through. You're gonna find fucking like some nonsense in some country to sell you a fucking hustler's university pass. Get fucked. Don't want to be an alpha.
Like, pick up artists, fucking
get fucked.
courses and that.
Aye. Anyway, that's enough for me. That was a good wee
We've
bit.
just been absolutely like, just like, there's so much content. Do you know what I mean? I was saying to Aaron earlier before we went to work, the word content, it kills me, man.
We're literally recording a podcast.
Man. Exactly. The fact that that falls into that, do you know, and I know I'm a hypocrite because I'm making content. I hate it. It's what it gets associated with content. Like, oh, I don't know, man. I
wasn't going to interrupt you and say that, but what I was going to say is, the funny thing is, we're actually sitting here making a podcast.
I know why we are trolling folk into believing that we've got something to say for folk to listen and create a fan base. And all. But if you start looking at the world that way, you're just going to be the biggest cynic.
We could
forever.
start saying the most cook shit and clipping it, right? And the odds of it going viral and getting engagements are so much higher. If I'm sitting on here calling out fucking this one and that one and say, but that's not who we are as cunts.
Man.
I think my issue is I can't understand the internet at all. Because see, the only reason we're posting this to the internet is because we decided it was kind of a good idea. But see, at the end of the day, we could have just recorded this just for us and no post it anywhere. But then you know that what we don't get then any validation. We're shooting that dry, but let's not kid on. Like let's call it what it is. Like, that what we're doing now is kind of what we're saying is right.
That's what we got into earlier a wee bit as well.
But we've also had conversations on this podcast. We were talking about how it is a disgrace to creativity for you not to share your ideals and your thoughts
to try
and like writing and music and all this way the audience of the world, because folk might like it.
I think
they might hate
what
it,
I was
but they
about to
might
say
like
is
it.
the argument. No against my point, but the way that we can always have the lighthouse in the background, the North Star, is what we were talking about on the last episode, where we were saying if even one cunt listens to this and makes their day a small bit better, that's it. That's the only reason I want to do it.
Because we're not doing it for rage.
See like clips and rage and all that, like, I could not care less.
No.
I know that I'm saying about your TikTok thing and that, but see all that, I don't want anything to do with it. What I want, but is somebody to go, you've made my day because I listened to this podcast, and I'm like, that's it. All I care about.
I
100%.
what happens, but
And I don't need them to tell me it was me that made them better. I want them to tell me it was them that decided that.
Aye.
And that would be making my
Man
day.
spitting some
No,
serious
I
bars.
agree.
I know. This is why I hate getting into stuff like this, because I just go too my brain just goes.
This is where I want to be. I want to be in there, man.
I want to be back to my serial helping, mum.
But I think this is what happens. See,
Mark,
with,
can you
see
come
with
pick me up?
like creative folk and all that. Like you see Al Pacino, love Al Pacino, fantastic actor, Oscar winner, and then he's like, it feels like he's selling himself just to not even stay relevant, but for a bag. But it's because he's been about it that long that he doesn't need to like prove himself. I think that's what happens. Folk get into this and they go, "Oh, I'm just doing it for myself," and then they end up getting the bag and they get some money, and then it's a fight to stay relevant. And folk end up like a Rory Jennings or whoever it is. And the thing is, like, I watch some of his stuff and I'm like, all right, cool, but you know he's playing the fucking game. It's the game.
I'm not saying if somebody didn't offer me the Hawk Tour bag that I wouldn't be taking it.
But this is the thing. Either
Every day of the week.
Either right,
Fuck,
like
man.
you choose the path of the righteous, which I feel like we're trying to do. Where you try to be yourself, right? You try to be yourself. You try to communicate with the world. You try to be a decent person. You try to do whatever, and then like get there naturally wherever it is you want to go, right? But then there's also effort where they go, nah, I want to get paid. Nah, I want to be on Sky. Nah, I want to be there. Whatever it is, and it's taking that shortcut to whatever, but it comes with a price and the consequence that folk might think you're a Rory Jennings of the world.
You're just
but
a
at the
dick.
same time,
Aye.
do you think he cares?
No.
So that's like,
man.
then what's the?
But it's the same.
but it's the you
Do you
care.
think Andrew cares about what folk think him? They don't. Man's a fucking sex trafficker. Like he does not give a flying fuck.
Aye.
I guess the
Either
thing
that or
is,
he hates himself more than him, then that's why he does it.
only you really know what your actual intentions are with
Aye,
things.
and that's
if
true.
they're good,
That's true.
Exactly.
Aye.
But I think the attempt to attempt to try and have positive intentions means something.
I try
But-
and be nice.
Aye, you try and be nice. We're not all nice. We're not perfect. We're not all good. Do you know what I mean? We're all
Sorry.
Sorry, you've got to say speak for yourself.
We've all got flaws, but it's whether you try to like be alright with that. Do you
Kim,
know what
it's
I mean?
awful funny, right? What episode was it where somebody asked, the question was, why did we start the podcast? Was that episode 1?
It's two.
Number two.
And you had said to me, oh no, we'll just give like one generic shite answer. See what me and you have just done
you
there?
have just
We've just
absolutely-
answered that question that we had written in that whiteboard for episode 1. We've finally
Aye.
sort of picked
Well,
it
we're
up.
doing like breakthroughs, man.
Aye.
Like we had like a breakthrough like 2 episodes ago.
We're on a retreat right now. That's what we're doing. We're on a
It's actually-
internet theory
It's
retreat.
It's like I said at the start, man. This is just a social experiment. What happens if you put
Defo.
4 young men
I guess
into
it
a room,
essentially
or
is therapy.
slightly young
Aye.
men.
Therapy
In a
as
way,
well,
aye. We're communicating our needs and wants. and
Anyway,
whatever.
I guess, but the gist there is, but if you want to do something right, a lot of stuff doesn't really matter because we're skinned apes on a bit of cement floating about in this, like, what even is it? It's like air. What is it?
It's not even
Air.
air up
not
there,
even
man.
There's rocks, there's like
Space.
nothing, there's like, what is it? It's like, aye, it's
the
stuff.
abyss.
We're
Aye.
in stuff. So don't get yourself too bogged down with the stuff
Just
that's
chill,
air
brother.
stuff, because everything's just
Aye, like,
stuff
it
anyway.
could be like Hot and Here's a Who. We're just in the fucking boat with a Cheerio.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
It was
Like,
actually
we're
the
just
funniest thing
bacteria.
ever that I never thought. See, when I was younger, I always thought the word space, right? I thought about stars and I thought about planets and all this. But then when I think about if I was a person outside of Earth, right, and I go, oh, space is this space between the planets and the stars and all
that's
that.
fucked.
space,
And I go-
space is everything.
And I'm like, but what space? When I go, oh, there's so much space in here. What? And then I just tell me I just go on Earth and then it's just space. There's just space, but that's all it is.
Aye,
just
and
spare space.
trust.
There's no trick. There's no like, oh my god, a scientist came up with it. The word space is just nothing.
I know, because
And the space between nothing.
there's pretty much nothing up there. Like, obviously, no
Like what?
near us. There's billions of things out there, but
Aye.
there's nothing close to us. The space is a
No.
big fucking void of nothing.
Space.
Of space.
and,
Aye.
and so
Cold up there.
You've got a cupboard in your house, man. You get in the cupboard. Oh my god, there's hundreds of space in there, and you're like, holy fuck, man. So there is.
Hitting a Zafura setting.
Honestly, man, but like, see when I think about it that way, it blows my mind. It's pure shower thought. Like I can't believe it because the word space, you're just like, whatever space. Like, oh, maybe there's space earlier, but the word space, but it actually is just the same thing in there. Out there. Just
Because it's just space.
It's horrors beyond our comprehension.
It's cosmic horror like
It's
that.
straight up,
definitely.
See when you go deep down that fucking rabbit hole, man.
See in 2001: A Space Odyssey where he gets disconnected and he just starts spinning out into space.
Oh, mate.
Cracked.
That would
Horrendous.
maybe the worst way to go.
Horrendous.
Just floating
Nothing.
off to your death by
In
yourself.
silence. In silence. The cold
Anyway, the
silence
point
of
I was
space.
trying to make before we get all up in it was what skin deep, rock, cement, space. That's where I go to. Hunters, it. See if you want to do something right, it might not matter to everybody else, and it might not matter to the history of the universe. But if it matters to you and it's no harm in any cunt, then just do it.
Aye.
But
Agreed.
don't kid yourself on about the fucking like we're actual just ants. So just do the
Yep.
best you can and try and kind of forge your own fucking path. And if there's something you want to do, just fucking do it. And who cares what the fuck happens? If you fall off, you could fall off a fucking cliff the morning. I mean, don't know what you're doing at cliffs, but you might fall off one.
Aye. 100%.
I think we're
Wise
going to need
words.
to take a break, by the way, before me and his.
Aye, maybe a
I'm
best.
eyeballing at that camera and it's like...
I'll also add, if you're basing your opinion on women off of what you read on the internet, please speak to women in real life.
Aye.
Yep.
Please, aye.
But
aye.
that's
fuck
the
about
thing
that,
about
man.
it. It's
That's
like
the heavy fucked bit.
Aye.
you need to like don't just like because see if you read stuff online and then don't actual fact check the fucking thing.
Aye.
Like try
Don't
and work
try and experience it yourself.
Aye.
Aye, 100%.
Go out there and lick a grass.
That's
bit of
why.
grass, some
That's
lick
why
a
they
grass.
say touch grass. It's almost became like a meme, but at the same time, it is true because see if your only experience is what air folks say online.
Aye.
That is not what the world is
Get
like.
out, man.
Like cunts will post on Reddit and it'll be like, oh, my husband was fucking, he smelt slightly weird and fucking this and that, and it's like, it's divorce him. And you're like, man, like, cunt might have just took
15,000
he
upvotes.
might have a bit of shite in his ass.
Because we say to you and see before that camera goes fucking boom.
Aye.
Actually, if you list this right now, see the next day it's no fucking raining. It's even if it is fucking raining, do this. I swear down from the nearest fucking patch of grass to your house, or the nearest forest or anything, back road, country road, farm, whatever. Go out there in the pissing fucking rain, feel it hit your face, stand in the grass, smell the air, and tell me you don't feel slightly better about things.
Yep.
And then you think, holy fuck, why do I actually care about anything, man? It's
anything.
alright out here. It's not that bad.
No.
Wise
Anyway.
words. You've been dropping heat, brother. Right,
Dropping
let's
heat, brother.
I know,
Let's
let's
wrap.
wrap.
I'm actually
Right.
kind of switzing over here how much he's fucking
You've got
being produced.
You've got a heat map like Curtis Jones right now.
Right,
Right,
we'll
anyway,
come back
we'll be
soon.
back with me and Bradley's Rex.
Shout out Curtis
Be
Jones.
back very soon. Right, ready?
Yeah. Oh. Wasn't very manly of me.
Welcome back to part 3 of episode 1 of season 2 of Disco Saloon.
Oh, yeah. You got it. You got it.
You got it. So, who are you picking to go next?
Hey, Bradley.
Right, so Bradley's going to come in hot with his choke of the week.
Wow.
Choke of the week.
Wow, my choke is so high right now. Wow.
I've never been this
They
hard.
call me king because I'm about to choke slam a motherfucker. My choke's actually not that mental, but it's a very, very cool Secret Santa gift that I got for somebody at work.
Oh yeah, baby.
And it's very relevant
Shout out Secret
to
Santa.
this very podcast that we're doing right now.
Right now.
I'd like to shout out Lucas Mohammed. He'll not watch it. He definitely won't watch it. But if he ever does, thank you. What a guy. So he bought me a mug with the Disco Saloon logo on it. Even get the pink right and everything like that. So don't know if you can see that for a distance. To the listeners, I'm showing the mug to the camera.
See if we get the disco ball in
and
that.
not my face. This cup in my hand.
And what does it say in the back?
And then on the back it says, "Ask me about my podcast." So this will probably make a few appearances. And last, and to keep with the theme of mugs, and know me again, last year I got my Secret Santa was another mug, and it was a Lost Boys mug, which I've drank for on this podcast, hey?
I think we also held the toothbrushes in it briefly.
Aye, we put our toothbrushes in mugs. I'll drink for it. Aye, I wash it obviously. We've also, it rotates between the Lost Boys mug and a Lewis Capaldi mug.
Aye, the Lewis Capaldi ones. It's been going strong for a while, man.
Aye. So if Aaron ever gets to meet his twin, then we'll go up, mate. I used to put my toothbrush in your mug.
In your hole.
In your big gaping wet hole of a mug. Lewis Capaldi.
Oh,
Weird Nicky rushed up in
Oh
here.
no, man. For him,
He's sizzled.
if you don't think we're council, we just had we never had a fag break, but we couldn't say no.
We had a fag during the break.
Aye, we had a fag. And then as Nene's really smoke. Aaron smokes vapes, but there was some fags left
This is
for
like, see when we
Christmas.
had the Golden Grahams.
Aye, it's the same energy.
Aye, but actually it's like an actual Nicky rush.
What episode was that? Because that was
Like 4 or 5 or something. Maybe 4.
7.
because that's the most mental
I
thing.
don't know, 6 or 7.
Just being
Aye,
divisive.
that was my guess.
I was earlier than that.
I don't know. I feel like it was.
Who gives a
So
shit?
why is that mug your choke? Just because it's the best present ever?
It's just look when
It's not
basically
the best ever. That aftershave you got is the best thing ever.
that. I actually got a compliment from one of the folk I support today.
Did you?
I am a cord
What aftershave is it again?
So it's Carolina Herrera Bad Boy. Ooh, because that's what I am, baby. And it smells like Dark Temptation for Lynx, but I mean the fanciest. Get a sniff, can you still smell it?
Oh, aye.
No. I mean when I say it don't
Give him
fuck
a
around,
sniff, man.
man.
'Cause
Lauren hit the mark, man.
Kim at that is that's Guy. Like, I'm not mistaking that for.
Damn.
It's gorgeous, man.
Aye, straight up,
And
man.
aye,
Masculinity.
100 million and all.
Aye. My girlfriend loves me very
Can't
much.
hide money.
Can you've got wood in your neck and wood in my pants? Never that smell, man. Crazy.
Honestly, it smells so good,
Bradley
man.
Carpenter, man.
Honestly, man.
You can't be wearing that, man.
No.
That's
I get so much aftershave for Christmas and my birthday actually because I didn't ask for anything else. So I've got that, like a big massive bottle of the best thing I've
you get
ever
any
smelled.
links Africa.
Oh,
I've did week on you. What's his name? Geppetto? Because you're turning every cunt to wood.
Master puppeteer.
You're fucking right.
I got some link sets. I think I get 3. Usually get 13.
Wow, you'll be washing your boys good then.
Oh, yes.
for a
For
while.
at least till March. Aye. But I won't have to, I usually I do a round of aftershave and it gets me usually to about September. This year I don't know if I'll need to buy any more aftershave. Like actual.
Any soaks?
No, but I get some Calvin Klein boxers.
I didn't get
Never had
soaps or
Calvin Kleins in my
boxers, man.
life.
Usually I get thing about Christmas is soaks and boxers because it keeps you ready,
Keeps you
top
warm.
shop, man.
I did buy a big 10-pack for Primark like a month ago, so I'm kind of
You
sorted.
didn't need them.
Aye.
I seen that video and it was somebody's last goal for a team. I think it might have been Ronaldo's for Man U or something. It was like my pair of socks on fucking December 24th because I'm not going to get a new pack today and the goats have got fucking holes all them they've done a year. Too good, man.
They're peak, man.
But I just I knew that it was Lucas that gave me it for my work because we were talking about Secret Santa and he kind of went silent for a wee bit and like can hit off our convos with Lucas like he's brand new. But I was like, oh, me and my colleague
Sherlock.
Steph were talking about
The power of
Secret
deduction.
Santa, and I just kind of I knew, and then I eventually asked Steph.
Kim,
beforehand.
I think that's a good present.
No, it's one of the coolest things I've ever had. I couldn't believe it because like Steph had said to me, "Oh, you're gonna choke for it," and I'm like, "Oh, am I?" And then I opened it and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't have thought of this myself. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
A Disco
It's
Saloon
because
works.
there's more thought put into that than just like a.
He's really good with stuff like that. So he's a good guy, man.
Somebody
He's
got
cool.
me one of the umbrella hats for my Secret Santa before.
That's kind of. I think that's kind of fitting you, but I
I
think
know,
that's,
it was,
it's
it
kind
was
of funny,
funny.
innit?
It was
Aye.
funny.
Aye.
But no practical whatsoever.
No.
Where it wants to go.
£10 in the drain.
Aye, down the drain.
Fucking just give me a tenner. You can't. Kidding on.
Came my
Kidding on.
way, Ken.
Don't know. Can't mind to
And I might message or speak to Lucas in my work. how do you get 3 more of these?
yeah.
So then imagine we all had a Disco Saloon mug. Because
Aye.
we spoke about getting t-shirts, but
Well, you,
I want a hoodie.
you couldn't do them, but you don't want to ruin the surprise of a present. Let us deal with it and we that you lose the magic of the. Maybe you made it yourself. You don't know.
Well, this is the first
Hand-painted.
one. But
Aye.
maybe you just can get one with a different logo. Or we all get one with a different logo.
Aye.
I'm going to
If
do that
there's one a mug,
space one,
obviously.
man.
Oh, aye,
I
that
guess me
space
The
so
space
right.
one is
See
good,
if the
man.
full hang was the space one.
Aye.
It'd be so
Episode
good.
10, the thumbnail for it, the space one. Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
See, even if you don't well, if you're listening to this, you've probably listened to that, but see, if you haven't, just go and stare at that fucking thumbnail.
Aye, that guy, man, he looks.
Get yourself fucking brick. You'll be hard for weeks. It's basically Viagra, but it's free and better.
He kens that we're just shaved apes. That guy.
I cut up in space. Aye, fucking right, it is, man. Festive folk settings, man. Bye. So your mugs?
Aye, so my cool mug, aye.
Nice.
Pretty cool, man. Aye, and also obviously choke for my new aftershave. Thank you, Lauren. Thanks. Right. Jay.
Just cracked a fresh vape.
Who you gonna pick next? Like he's a blowback kid, no right? who you gonna pick next?
I'm picking
Sorry, I'm coughing it. I'm
6,000
mic.
buffs.
6,000.
You pick me?
I'm picking that vape. It's got a life.
Are you
It's
picking
in.
me?
Am I going to get the call?
Aye, maybe the best idea for me not to suck that unless you want bronchitis.
Aye.
Jay, I choose you.
Right.
What's your joke of the week?
Who's that Pokey J?
I'm gonna need Pikachu. I'm gonna need salt for this, man. Wow.
Sorry, right. You get
Right.
You
Joke
get
of
ready.
the week.
So this isn't unique to me at all because I've seen hundreds of tweets about it and I know I'm just a shaved ape like everybody else. But so I'll go through phases of where I'll just like see my music listening. It is fucked, man. Because folk listen to playlists. I don't. I listen to just songs or albums, and I'll actually like specifically like. It's so mental. Like, why not just stick on a playlist? But instead, I'll go. Oh, I want to listen to this song right now. Oh, I need to type in another song because I want to listen to it. It's so mental, but
Build
it's
up a
just
wee
the way
queue kind of setting.
it's just the way my brain works, man. It's like, when's going to finish? I'm like, what can I pick next? Anyway.
You don't
So-
leave it up to chance. Nay, I'll go setting.
No, I'll go setting, man. I'm all about the
How do you
control.
listen to new music then? Because you're quite
Dominator.
a widespread, expansive musical man.
well,
I
see,
think.
that's the
Maybe
issue.
not McKay because he's built different. But
Sometimes the way I do it is kind of like, I need to like dip quite far back in things and spread out a wee bit rather than, but I don't know. You can find new stuff that, like, the reason I started to listen to this song that I'm about to talk about is because it was already in FIFA, right? But I only got reminded of what it was and what I actually thought about it, and then listened to it for the first time outside FIFA because it was in Needle Drop, who's like one of the biggest music critics on YouTube's video. It was in like the top 50 songs of the year or something. I was like, holy fuck, right?
oh,
So
Do you know
the
what one
song,
it is?
so the song is called "Cheerleader" by Porter Robinson. Now, folk will defo ken Porter Robinson because he's got a song called "Language." That was like one of the biggest EDM songs ever, which is mental because he used to be like an EDM DJ, still kind of is, but now he started doing like, it's like pop punky kind of like vibes almost, but. Essentially what this song is, if folk ken the Metro Station song Shake It, like late 2000s, early 2010s,
Such a tune. Shake.
where like American folk were doing these English accents where like, and there was also electronic stuff going on as well, and like aye,
Here we go now.
they're from California and they sound as if they're from London.
Is it not Miley's house as well?
Aye, one, or was it our boyfriend or is it our
It's
brother?
the bro.
Is it mental?
Cracked.
And so there was a lot of folk like for rock backgrounds putting electronic stuff in their songs, and it was pure cheesy pop bangers with a splash of like pop punk, like Owl City kind of things in that. That's another one that
You
he gets
would not
compared
believe your eyes.
to. And so stuff like that, right?
waffle fries. Many fuses at it. Sorry.
But like honestly, see this song, it is crazy earworm settings, like
Oh, it is.
absolutely mental. And it's weird because you read the lyrics and you listen to the song, and if you listen to it, you'll maybe think, that is like just pure shit. Late noughties, early 2010s, as I said, like pop, electronic kind of rock stuff, right? But I don't know why, but because he done all the EDM stuff and kens how to like build a tune up, it's so much better than a fucking like band in it. His singing's actually kind of fucking mental. Then I found out for watching him breaking down his album, or like doing like he was reacting to like reviews and stuff, that the song's kind of about like the relationship between a couple and like who misses who the most, and like she was my cheerleader and all this kind of stuff, and like regrets and whatever. So it's like a kind of tumultuous look at like two folk in a relationship and how they both affect it. But he was in like, really why I actually wrote it was because of the parasocial relationship between me and my fans and how toxic that is. And I was like, holy fuck, man.
My guy's
a whole new
dropping
light.
it. Aye.
Dropping heat.
Honestly, but like, I kind of hate that I do this to myself, because what I'm going to do is sicken myself of this
Aye,
song.
100%.
I always do. I listen to something to actual
You end up
death,
skipping it on FIFA when it comes on.
Aye.
and it's going to be so annoying. But I think the way I listen to my music is I just enjoy it while I can, rinse it for a month straight, and then I don't listen to the song for ages, and then see when I rediscover it, I'm like,
Aye.
holy shit, I used to fucking love that.
What was the one?
The video was amazing. On
See
that
the song. Sorry to interrupt, but Hello Goodbye. Is that what
Here
they're
in
called?
your arms.
Mate, I was
That's-
Wow.
fucking singing
Wow.
that yesterday.
See that
Aye.
because that's what that.
The eyes close to me, whispers, hello, I miss you.
Aye.
Right, sorry.
That's what that cheerleader thing kind of
Aye,
is.
it's
But
got the
like, that's
same-
what the vibes are. It's like electronic music, but it's kind of tinged with like this like emo whiny stuff in it.
one.
But
It's that like a hyper pop kind of movement that's happening now.
Aye, like
But it's
Charlie
got
XCX,
Pop,
but it's like
Potter's
more-
got like more of like a like indie kind of feel to his, man.
aye.
It's fucking so good.
What's meant to is right. See Metro Station, right, and I'm no what shit on Metro Station, right. What's meant to is there. If they've had like one album, I think, and then disappeared off the face of the earth, right? And folk were like, you were either like you choke for it or it was kind of a load of shite, right? That Porter Robinson one, but I've been looking at the reviews. Even Pitchfork, who are notorious for just shitting on everything, gave it like a 7.5, which is mental. Because if you listen to it, you're like, this sounds like something that folk wouldn't like, or there'd be like a big split down the middle.
So,
but
do you think
aye.
maybe culturally we're at a point where that style of music is going to like be appreciated, whereas maybe then it was more like divisive kind of thing?
I think it's a case of like, see, when you were growing up listening to that kind of feel of like tunes, now you're
I
like
know
an
we
adult.
are like
It's kind of like the same as like the prequels, like Star Wars prequels. The folk who were growing
Folk
up
love it
listening
now,
to
man.
folk who grew up like watching it as kids now are like adults and are like the folk writing reviews and all that. They're now the
Aye.
people who are the critiques
True.
of it.
Aye.
So I think it's a kind of case of that.
That is another reason I quite like it, is because it's like built different on the nostalgia levels, and
Aye.
it kind of reminded me of like when I first started to listen to Fred again. I was like, this reminds me of music for when I first started
Aye.
going out when I was 18.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can sometimes use nostalgia in a bad way or use it in a good way. But honestly, Cheerleader Porter Robinson is like, honestly, like, see, yesterday I think I listened to it 20 times, and I'm not even joking.
Because it's like
Any chance I get, I was just play.
I blasted it in the motor the day after we were talking about it last night, because we were on FIFA last night and I was skipping through all the FIFA tunes trying to fin it. Couldn't fin it, and then ended up listening to it on the phone. I was like, whoa, fuck.
I got to hear it and be like,
Oh, it's
You won't care.
it's an absolute banger.
you know what?
So, Porter Robinson, Cheerleader. Telling you, nostalgia's off the charts. But aye,
Banger.
all that, like, Here in Your Arms, Metro Station, pop punk tunes, electronic stuff.
I love
proper
all that
nostalgia,
shit,
just
man.
whiny stuff. Aye, it's so good because
It's
it's
so
like
good.
proper 2008. But that's my choke of the week.
Do you
So,
ever listen to the band Sweet Trip?
nope.
Alright. We'll get you on that, man.
Get you on that.
We'll get you on that.
It's also now became easily one of my favourite FIFA songs ever, because it's up there with all that like fucking.
we come running, dreaming.
Aye.
Any Crystal
What's that?
Castles
What's
tune?
that? The band with all the tunes. No Small Pools.
Group Love. Aye,
no,
Colours.
Aye.
Naked and Famous.
Aye.
Anyway, we're gonna.
Aye, big up the FIFA tunes.
Oh my
As
god.
well.
Could be a full episode.
Has your
man.
boyfriend ever said to you, "Oh, this tune was in FIFA"? Because I bet they fucking
Oh,
have.
aye.
Well, they've been at least thinking it anyway.
Aye. Guys, you know what
Oh,
we
they'll
mean.
go, I think that was in FIFA. No, can it be? Defo should be a FIFA tune, but
Aye.
Right, I've had enough. Right, anyway.
Right then. Right.
Right, wrapping up of episode 1 of season 2 of Disco Saloon. Thank you for listening. If you've got this far, leave a comment of right cheerleader in the comments or message when he's saying cheerleader and we'll ken. Thank you for listening as always, and we will see you next week. We will be back with all the good shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, the good
See any,
yeah.
see any of that good shit? We've got it.
Aye. Plenty of it to go around.
Oh, yeah. Well, a toilet.
Goodbye.
Guten Abend, my guys.
Au revoir, mon amis.
Bye.